Good morning everyone and welcome to this VIP daily exocharts update that is free until Friday. Hope you're all going to enjoy. We're all going to enjoy. We're going to update Bitcoin as always. In this update you will only update Bitcoin. Sometime we update some other crypto, but we are mainly on Bitcoin. So we planned the bottom yesterday, we planned this long here, we planned of course the target a bit below here, that was the support, we tried to look for a long on the support. I was not really looking for a long here, but we're going to see of course with the question we got, how to take this nice small long here, how to trade the low, clearly how to trade the high, because yes, as you can see here, this was a target clearly we planned yesterday. I'm not joking at all, this is really the target we planned yesterday. Of course we got some few levels before, but we did not got any confidence with us, so that's why yesterday was looking for example at a 6.866% here. That was a bit higher, okay, at the beginning because it was with a low here. Now we take the current low we have done, and we just did not. I mean, we do not do anything inside that one. As you can see here, the primary of doing some few stuff. I mean, some rejection here. If there is no confidence with the 6.866%, we have a less chance to do a stop or to do a rejection of this level. We can absolutely do one, but we have less chance. So that's why it brings you to the next target clearly was looking for. That is exactly the first level we planned yesterday, is a new naked session path control. So we move from the second level we planned here, where we have to look for a long because that was an untapped daily here. We move from this daily right there, that was pretty nice to take, I'm not going to lie, this nice long here. After that with VIPs, I did not update that with you, but with VIPs I said, hey, there is a possible ABC flat here. So this is possibly a short to take here. As you can see right there, this was a possible ABC, okay, on a smaller time frame right there. A, B, C flat, okay, C flat maximum target reach. We do not touch any invalidation. We backtest the 1618 here to find our nice entry. That gives us a nice move to the downside, where we can, after we feed along here, write another move to the downside. For VIPs, that was another possible, a possible short to take here. I said, hey, there is a possible ABC flat here. What you have to do here is you have to read the order flow, okay, clearly. Right there, you have to read this, and once you have done that, you're able to determine if you have to take a trade or not. So we're going to see of course how to take this short here. As always, not because we feel short here that we close the long here, we are still in the long. So in any case we take profit on the short, we set stop loss on trade, we're in profit by the way. So in any case we can push it higher. This is still a winning trade, and we're still enjoying the move to the upside with the long we have on the very bottom here, okay. So yeah, this is very nice. And even yesterday we have done here an exact move. The exact move was looking for, and I was telling you, in case we have to look for a long here to try to move to the upside, we have done a really small one, I'm not going to lie, but the move we have done here is the exact move I was telling you to not try to cash a knife. You just have to wait for a retest, and this is exactly what we have done. So I'm going to show you of course how to take this, how to trade a low here to write a small move to the upside, how also you could take a possible short here before the move to the downside, or just a swing 40 pounds or price high, okay. And all the stuff like this, okay. So anyway, here we're going to update first of all levels. As always, if you have some questions during the live stream, by the way, I'm going to say that I'm live on Twitter, on Discord by the way too, right here. Yep, perfect. All right, we're good. On Twitter did I send that? Yes, perfect. By the way, if you want if you are on Twitter, don't forget to go and follow the Matteo account, Matteo Moonshard underscore here. Twitter account. I'm posting, so I'm telling you when I'm live, all the stuff like this. I'm also posting some predictions, some more informations you have to know clearly, just to, if you want to follow a bit the trades to see how it plays out, you have everything clear. I'm updating everything, all the predictions, all the stuff like this. So if you want to go and if you want to follow a Twitter account, you can absolutely go and follow the Moonsharts underscore account. For example, I give you a dump theory on the Bitcoin, even if we have seen that on for example on YouTube, clearly on the free public updates. I'm giving you also the screenshot on Twitter, so you can really get everything, okay. If you want to get also and to join a cool Discord server, you can absolutely join the Discord server, the Moonsharts Discord server, that is right below in the description. And if you want to check the website, you can absolutely too, if you want to learn Elliott Wave and exochart more in details, because I'm going to give you a lot of information today, as we like exactly the same that what we did yesterday. Clearly we're going to read the order flow, I'm going to give you my daily routine, everything. Clearly I'm going to teach you Elliott Wave and exochart for free. I don't care, clearly, because I like to teach people about Elliott Wave and exocharts. This is my passion, clearly trading. So I want people to learn good on technical analysis so they can be really good in trading, and this is my goal. So if you want to get more and more, of course, information, you can go and check this out, the website right here. Okay, so anyway, don't forget to subscribe, to turn on notifications, to like this video if you enjoy the content, and we're good to go for today. So yeah, yesterday we applied this nice 2 daily levels here. Recognize that the one here was not really a good level to look for a long, because this was a bit high. Okay, I was looking for a bit low if I had to take a long here, and personally we planned the long here is VIP, so I don't really care to open a long here, try to long. So first of all, I'm first of all going to start with levels. Okay, I'm first of all going to start with levels, with the new levels we have. Then I'm going to move on the wave count. Okay, and then I'm going to move and explain how to trade all of this claim. Okay, since yesterday, so to speak, around the high here, a bit after that, by the way. Yeah, when we started to bounce off that. Alright, so levels. First of all, I'm going to remove the levels we have to delete, so to speak, all the levels that are now hit, so to speak, this daily is now hit, this naked session path control. Okay, I'm going to remove these levels and add a new level. So today, what we have new, what we printed on the chart, we have a new naked session path control right there. How do you find that? You just have to create a session template right here. If you're a member, a course, an apprentice or a VIP, you will find everything on the Discord, on the website. You will be able to download these templates here. If you're a member or not a member, by the way, on the website, you just have to create your own templates, okay, on exocharts. But we have, for example, here a new naked session path control. This is not the best naked session path control because this is on when there are no session. Clearly, this is when there is no session. So this is not the best naked session path control, but we still have to be aware of that one. Such as, for example, the New York session here. Boom, we just hit that at the dollar and we reject this. So that was a good scalp, a good short for now to open for day traders. And we have done almost exactly the same on the bottom here. Boom, New York session. We have a naked session path control right there. Boom, we hit that one. We take the low again and boom, pump it up. Okay. So by the way, can I add these buying tails and selling tails, because where is this? I don't remember how we do that on the web version. It's not here. Normally it's in TPO settings, path control, TPO colors, elements. Where is this? Single print tails, perfect. So buying tail, selling tail. All right. Okay, yeah, we got one here, because if we do not have, for example, buying tail on the first low here, we could expect to take the low again, because we do not have any buying tail on the very low. And when we do not have buying tail, this is correct, a poor low, so we expect to take the low again. Now we got one, so we still took the low, that's not a problem. On the high, this is a selling tail. If we do not have selling tail, we expect to minimum take the high again, if the wave is following, of course. Otherwise we don't really care about that. And if this is at an important place of the market, for example, here we do not have this buying tail because it's not a really important place of the market, so we don't care to get one. It's pretty at specific points of the market we want to get this buying tail or these selling tails, okay, on the market. So yeah. So one new naked session path control right there. Okay, we have also one new TPO right here. We have a new TPO right there. You can see here. You can check the price, not on the right, by the way, on the web version, on the desktop version. You can now, as you can see here, for example, this is a TPO template. You can get the TPO right there, the gray numbers. The gray square here with the POC right here. Also, you can get the TPO price right there. So you can copy this price. You just keep it in mind. You just add a level. Okay, just add a level like this. Boom, you go in the coordinates, settings, coordinates here, you add your price, boom, we create a template, for example, boom, key level, naked session path control, daily, weekly, monthly, all the stuff like this, and you're done. Okay. And after that, boom, it's better to lock the level. So if you just, for example, drag it like this, if you want to move on the chart, you do not click on every single level and you move everything. You have to Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. It's better in my opinion, but anyway, you do whatever you want. So we have we have this naked session path control, a TPO right there, plus at the exact same place we have a daily naked path control right here. Okay, so this you can go on this template right there. You just have to you have to go on the daily chart to add the volume profile here of the candle, and you're good. So here we are higher than the daily naked path control, so the previous path control and the previous day path control clearly. If we're high, we do not take the middle of the square or the low of the square, we take the high of the square because we are high. If we are low, of course, we take the low of the square to not miss the possible entry here, because sometimes if we're coming in from low, we touch only the low and not the middle, not the high, only the low. Okay, so that's why I prefer to take the low if we're below and take the high of this if we're higher. So here, just place your mouse here, just check the price on the right, and you can place it after that. So I merged the TPO and the daily naked path control to not get too much stuff at the same place on the chart. Okay, so 2 new levels here. We have then a daily level that is pretty easy to find. You have to go on the daily time frame, and boom, you have your daily level right here. We have the 2 candle close, the 2 daily candle close here. That is a new daily. Okay, I removed the previous one because this is now a tab daily. I removed that one because this is not a tab daily, so I don't care anymore about these 2 daily levels. Of course, we have the one right here. Okay, on the very top, it is a nice new fresh daily. So if we have to push high, we can maybe expect to get some reactions here. I mean, all of this clearly. Okay, so anyway, these are the new levels for today we have to be aware of clearly. Okay. Sorry. So I'm going now to show you a bit if we have to push high, if we have to go more down. So I'm going to move that a bit more on the right now because we are here now, right here. Perfect. All right, going to move everything here, by the way. Let's go with this. Perfect. So if we have to push higher, of course we still have this resistance because yes, we rejected. I'm going to remove the new level really quickly. We rejected the first level here, replying the big resistance yesterday. But what we have done here, but in case we go higher, these levels are still on top. So we have to think about some shorts inside these targets. Okay, this is extremely important. If we go high here, we just have to read the order flow. If the order flow is okay with it, we can take a short, of course. Okay. This is a resistance. In a resistance, we do not try to long, we try to short here. Maybe a lot of people are going to try to long here to break this resistance, even if maybe they're not aware of a resistance here because, oh my god, we're breaking the previous high, this is time to long, we are pushing higher, and they got wrecked. Maybe not, maybe yes, and they have more chance to get wrecked. This is how the market is working. We are making money on people getting wrecked. So anyway, here this is a resistance where we have to look for a short from this daily to this TPO right there. Okay, the red level. If now we push high, we can look for a swing failure pattern, so just a wick higher than the previous high, and we close directly below the previous high. If we have all the data following on exocharts, it's pretty cool. Those big new shorts coming in. We want to get a market to change, all the stuff like maybe absorption tool, and yeah, clearly new shorts coming in. This is more like we're going to draw. So here, swing failure pattern. If we do not do a swing failure pattern here, swing failure pattern. If we do not do swing failure pattern, we will just have a big gap here, as you can see, and there is no resistance. So we can just look towards the next resistance. Okay, this is really simple at that. If we do not stop here, we can just look for a swing failure pattern. If we do not do a swing failure pattern, we can look for a swing failure pattern. If we do not do a swing failure pattern here, we just have to look towards the next levels. So the daily plus the weekly naked path control. Weekly naked path control is exactly the same as this daily naked path control here. We just have to go on the weekly time frame this time, and you check your weekly naked path control. Here, as you can see, we have one on the very top. We are below, so we take the low of the square here, and we are good. Okay. So so yeah, these are the resistance clearly we have to be aware of. If of course we push higher than this, we have to look for the weekly here. I mean, swing failure pattern of this high. Of course, as always, this is typical. When we break a high, when we break a low, we always have to think about swing failure pattern. For example, here, this is exactly what we have on the very bottom here. On the 1 hour time frame, we have a low. We just swing failure pattern, take the previous low, reclaim directly. We just do a wick below the previous low, and we reclaim directly and pump it up. This is a swing failure pattern. We can do exactly the same on the previous highs. Okay, for example, here we have a high, we swing failure pattern the previous high, and we just move the price back down. Okay, so yeah, and here by the swing failure pattern, also the previous low right there, as you can see. I don't normally this low yet have been taken, but anyway. So yeah, weekly here, if we now have to push up, boom, TPO right there, boom, daily naked path control, extra. Okay, now if we have to look for lower, we of course have all the new levels to be aware of. The daily is really good, the daily naked path control plus the TPO is good, the naked session is not really good. So the more likely levels are the 2 ones. Now this is still a support we have to be aware of. Okay. But in case we have to lose all of this support and we lose the current low we have done here, we can look towards the target plant, and it's planned for a weekly. This naked session path control plus the TP right there. Okay, this is a good target because we will take all of these lows here that will wreck a lot of stop loss. I mean, that will take a lot of stop loss and maybe wreck a lot of people that are trying to long, for example, in these fake patterns that are these fake triangles right here. For example, here, if you're long here, you're maybe you maybe got liquidations here, but maybe not. For example, maybe your liquidation is below all these lows here. So if we just come back down here, if we bring the price back down here, we're maybe going to get also a lot of liquidations or stuff like this. Okay, so this is a good zone. Now if we do not have good data on exocharts, we do not of course try too long, we just wait for the next target. So we will just remain patient, we just wait for this daily naked path control plus the naked session path control here. We have a bit of a confidence without nothing crazy. If now we start to lose all of this, to be honest with you, it's not good. It's not really good. We can expect to go more down. I prefer to go more down personally, but anyway. We can look for the 6.866%, but as always, it's exactly the same that the one we planned here. We do not have a lot of confidence with that, so are we going to expect to do some massive moves around there to expect? I mean, we can absolutely bounce off that. It's like the 6.866% we planned here, but we have less chance to do it. Here we have to understand that, like, we have less chance to reject from here for the 6.866%. Okay, if you pull a fib like this, boom, from the very bottom to the very top here, do we have some chance to stop here? Yes, we have some percent chance, but some really low percent chance. Why? Simply because we do not have confidence. What is confidence? Is when you have some levels. For example, you have a daily, you have a naked session of control, you have more than one level at the same place. Okay, and here we only got this 6.866%. So do we expect to get a rejection here? Not really. Yes, we can, but we have less chance. So here it's exactly the same. Do we have some confidence with 6.866%? Not really. So do we expect to get a reaction here? Yes, with a really crazy low percent chance, but it's not the more likely. So that's why if we start to lose the highest probability trade targets, so to speak, the last day naked power control plus the naked session power control here, there is not a big zone of support below, because yes, we have a naked session power control here, but nothing really crazy, and then we have a daily already hit. So that I keep that one because this is the last support before to break the price low. But this is not a crazy daily level. Okay, it's already tapped, so normally this is not a really good support anymore. Okay, so this is a plan where if we have to look for low like that, you are maybe going to say, hey, but what the fuck, this guy is saying if we go up we're going to do this, if we go down we're going to do this, but what we're going to do, we do not, I mean, we use Elliott Wave to predict the possible next move, but when we are trading as a day trader, we do not predict only one possible scenario. We predict to the upside, to the downside, and sideways. In any case, we are ready for what is going to happen. Now you know that if we push higher, you're going to look for a short here, you're going to look for a short here, you're going to look for a short here, you're going to look for a short here. This is how you plan your days, okay? After you updated all of your levels, the daily naked power control, the weekly one, the monthly one, the sessions, then the TPOs, then the daily, weekly, monthly levels. Okay, this is what you have to do every single day, and then move on the wave count here to really see if some waves will match, for example, with your targets you plan. Okay, so this is extremely important. Okay, and you know that if we go sideways, we can look for the new levels printed today. Okay, and if we go more down, you know where you have to look for a long, and from where it starts to become a lot more bearish, and we can maybe more expect, we'll have more chance, a higher probability to go more down. Okay, this is extremely important. Okay, and of course you're going to say, hey, but how do I know to take this short here? How do I know to take a short here? You just have to go, I mean, you just have to go on exocharts to make this order flow template. And once you have done this, you're going to be able to know if you have to take a trade or not. For example, this is what I'm going to teach you next, okay? During this live stream, I'm going to show you how to read this order flow, what you have to look at, what you have to look for, what do you want to see, what do you don't want to see, everything. What are we looking at in the candles? What are we looking at in the open interest? What are you looking at the delta bars, the CVD? What are we looking for in the tables here? Everything, so you can really master this, and you can really start to use this to make more money in trading, clearly. Okay, so yeah, I think we're good with levels now, with the plan. Okay, so we can move now on the wave count, I think. Yeah, so yesterday we planned, you know, to minimum take the previous low here. Why? Simply because that was an ABC. Okay, zigzag to the upside, so to speak. An ABC is just for beginners. ABC. Okay, B wave can retrace maximum 85.4. I'm going to add you this here to do zigzag here. So from the A wave top to A wave bottom, don't know exactly where it is, but I'm going to add these waves. Perfect. So right here, you add your retracement from the A wave top to the A wave root, or from the A wave root to the A wave top, depending if you reverse studio tool in your settings here. If you did not reverse studio tool, from the bottom to the top. Okay. Now I'm going in the same trend on the market, so to speak. I place it in I want to find the B wave, so the B wave is going that way, so I'm just playing from the A wave top to the A wave root right there, and that gives me the B wave retracement. This is just more logic for me, and the way I prefer to place it. Okay, most commentary of the B wave of a zigzag 3.2, 6.8, 66%. Of course, we can retrace 50%, 23.6. This is absolutely valid, but in terms of probabilities, we'll have more chance to go and stop on the 30.2, on the 6.8, 66%. Maximum target is the 85.4. If we go and touch, should we go and touch the 90% here? This is an invalidation of the ABC zigzag. Okay, so as soon as we touch the 90% here, we normally have to think about another pattern. In our case, we can't touch that one, but if we really go through that one, so to speak, we do go through, we do not break the price low, but we really go through, do some wicks below the stuff, we spend some time here. This is not an ABC zigzag anymore. Okay, we have to think about another pattern here. So maximum target 85.4, most common target for the retracement 38.2, 6.8, 66%. Okay, simple as that. So this is what we have done here. Okay, oh yeah, by the way, in this ABC zigzag, what do we have? In the first way, you have an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive, or you have a leading, you know, a wedge to the upside, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, like this, boom, that gives us this triangle to the upside. That is not a triangle, that is a wedge. Then you have a correction. Then you have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive, or you have an ending, not a leading in that case. An ending is like a wedge also to the upside. Boom, 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 like this, and you have your C wave. Okay, this is exactly what we have done here. Okay, we have the 1, 2, 3, 5 leading, we have then the B wave retracement. Once we have done the B wave, we have then the C wave with a 1, 2, 3, 5 ending in the C wave. So if we have an ABC here, we are going to make a bigger WXY. Okay, WXY is simple, really. WXY, okay, can retrace maximum 100%, okay, of the W root of the W wave. So we cannot go past the W root, but we can go to the exact dollar of the W root. Okay, we can retrace, of course, I mean, an X wave, I mean, WXY here to be valid on the X wave have to retrace 38.2. Otherwise, we can retrace 50%, 6.8, 66%, 78.6, 85.4, 90%, everything. Okay. That's why this is a bit more complex for WXY. First wave, correction, correction, correction. Okay, there is no other impulsive, everything. If we have an impulsive, this is for an ABC zigzag, or inside the WXY. But there are only corrections. So here, if we have an ABC zigzag here, correction, what can we think about here? Possible WXY. This is what we were thinking about yesterday. If we have to do a bigger pattern here. Now, what would you think about a bigger pattern? As I said, if you can make it easy and stay with only an ABC here, we place a bigger pattern here if we see that we are going to do this one. Until that, we don't care to be to say, hey, we are maybe more like in a bigger WXY. No, we have done an ABC here. Okay, yes, we can be in a bigger WXY. Now this is not valid anymore, because we took the price low here, and the next wave, like I said, can retrace maximum 100%. So to the dollar, not below, not 1 cent below. This is not possible. So here we went a bit below, we took the price low. This is not a big WXY anymore. So what we was looking for yesterday, simply we have a triple wave to the upside. I mean, there are a lot of variants here. There are a lot of different possibilities here. Okay, this is the most easiest one, if we can say that, because it's already really complex, maybe for beginners. But here I place more a triple wave to the upside, so a W like this. Okay, this gives us a W wave, then an X retracement, sorry, with a big WXY inside. Okay, we have a triple wave here. As you can see here, the ABC is the white one, right there, the A, okay, the B with an ABC flat here, the C wave to the downside with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending. Once we have done this ABC, boom, we have another. And we have a W here, an X and a Y, truncated Y there, because the Y stopped before the W here. It depends if the very top is here or here. I played it here. There are some different ways to play that too. Okay, this also can be 5. As I said, there are some different counts, but this is a calculator I took to make it easy and not too complex to understand, because otherwise if we start to show you, for example, a big wave one, I mean a big first wave, boom, an ABC flat, boom, this can be 5 ways. So in that case, there give us another possible scenario. I mean, it become what the fuck and too complex. So I'm really trying to make these updates not too easy, okay, but still easy, so you can really understand and learn at the same time. So anyway, here in that case, boom, WXY, okay, with an ABC zigzag here, triple wave to the downside, WXYXZ normally here, so normally it's more something more like an ABC zigzag here in the X wave. But anyway, so here more like a WXY, okay, to the upside, truncated Y leg. The top is here the previous W wave. I place it here because I'm more likely with an ABC flat here, so I will place more the W top here. Maybe going to lose some few people here with a small wave count. But anyway, so here WXY, okay, triple wave like this, truncated Y leg. Can we still be in the Y leg? Yes, of course, if we're, for example, in a W, X, Y, X, and Z, because we cannot finish a Y leg with a W, X, Y. This is not possible. So in that case here, if you push higher, that will be more W, X, Y, X, Z. Is it a more likely scenario if we have to push higher? No, okay. The more likely one will be this. We have done the X wave, we have the WXY here to the upside. So we have done, first of all, the triple wave down. Okay, so bigger W here, not a triple wave, so X wave. If now we have to look for lower, we have to do another triple wave down. Boom. Okay, so what we do here, we just pull a fib from the W root, the blue one, okay, from the W root right there, right, anyway, to the W bottom, okay, W bottom here, if I can. All right, anyway, I'm going to place it like this, and to the X retracement here. Okay, what is the first area of the Y leg here? This is the 618 here. Okay, this 618 here is the first area of the Y leg. Then we have the 100% here, then we have the 123, then we have the 1618 here. If we go and touch the 200% here, so to speak, we take the previous low. This is not normally a WXY anymore, and we are already in the wave 5, because yes, there is a bigger wave count for maybe new viewers. Sorry, all the way down here. Where is this WXYZ? I'm going to move on this chart here, just to remember you to show what I have at the moment. I have a WXY X and Z to the downside here. If we really have to jump more, I'm going to take only a WXY for now. I mean, for me, we're in a wave 4. If now we have to accept that we are in a wave 2, and we can absolutely be in a wave 2, only time has the answer. I'm going to place a wave 2 and not a wave 4 anymore. In that case, this is not a WXY X and Z to the downside, but just we have a triple wave to the downside, so we place just a bigger W, X, and Y. And we can go really more down, you can see. Okay, but now if we're in the last wave down, okay, on the last target we planted here, this was a more likely target we planted to the downside, and this is where we find our nice 24% move to the upside. So that's pretty nice. But in case we can absolutely do, you know, it's not because this last target is touched and we got a bounce that we are bullish now. No, we can absolutely do a last push to the downside. Like we can also push higher now, and we have done the bottom. This is possible, both are valid. So in case we do a last push to the downside, we can take the low, previous low, of course, but just to show that we are more likely in a wave 5, okay, of the ABC here, because in the Z wave I have more 5 waves down, triple waves, 5 waves, so A, B, C, zigzag. Okay, the 5 waves here have some different counts. For example, here's we can get a big wave 1, 2 like this, or we can get also a double wave 1, 2, 1, 2 here with a B top right there. There are a lot of different counts. So for example, if we have double wave 1, 2, 1, 2 here, we are going to do another leg to the downside, so we have to be ready for that. And if we go more down here, I'm more going to take a wave 5 than, for example, a WXY to the downside, to be honest with you. So that's not the right one. Perfect, here. Okay, no, it was here. So it was just to show the bigger time frame, so you really get the context. So now what we have done, we have tapped and hit the first target of the Y leg here, okay, of this Y leg. So are we done with the bottom? This is absolutely possible. Okay, that will result to a truncated Y leg because we'll stop before the previous low on Coinbase, okay, of the W bottom here. So that will be a truncated Y leg, but this is possible. Okay, this is absolutely possible. Where is the low on the RSI? The low on the RSI is here, so to speak, where we have done the low here. That's why this is absolutely possible. We're on a truncated, maybe not on a bigger time frame, by the way. Yeah, even on a bigger time frame, we have done a low here. So that's why to make a truncated here, it is valid, okay, because RSI say yes, we can be with a truncated here. So here, if we have done the WXY, okay, to the downside, we have done in that case the X wave. I mean, we can of course do a bigger pan here, for example, boom, a bigger W, NX, and Y. But do we have to think about this? No, it's like the ABC here, ABC here. We think about the WXY, the bigger one, but we do not place it, of course, because we just have to keep the stuff easy. Okay, if we make it easy, it's why would you make something really complex if you can make it easy? Here we have an ABC, you can expect the minimum take the low. If now we see that with the wave count we start to make possibly more the bigger WXY, we place the bigger WXY, but until that we don't care about this bigger WXY. Okay, we think about it, but we're not placing it and say, hey, we're going to do this. This is the only possibility. No, okay, we can think about a bigger WXY. Now we spend already a lot of time here. I'm not going to lie, so to make a bigger W, X, and Y here is really less likely. Okay, so I'm not going to take the case. Now if we have to do it, we can do it. Of course, this is something we have to keep in mind. But in that case, we have the W here, we have the X retracement with the WXY inside. If we have done the low, of course, we can still make another leg down for the Y leg. In case we have done that, now we have done the X, we are in the Y leg, so we are going to push higher. Okay, what we have to do here, we just have to place our extension tool from the W root to the W top to the X retracement. Okay, right here, that gives us our targets. First one, 618 here, that match exactly with the weekly level we planned here. Okay, so all around there, clearly Let me check that just to confirm you. No, by the way, it's a bit high here. 32.2. Yeah, we'll spend a bit. I mean, we'll go a bit higher. Of course, we can think about swing for the pan here, swing for the pan here if we have to push higher. So what will maybe match with the swing for the pan. So you can see for now, I don't really match with the levels we planned here. So we are maybe going to go a bit more down, or go higher, clearly, because if we go high, we'll have the 100% here, of course, of the Y leg here. We have the 123 and the 161. If we go that high, to be honest with you, this is maybe more an impulsive we are in and not anymore a WXY, okay? But if we go, for example, to the Y leg here, 100%, of course, if we don't do a lot on another leg down, then we're going to see yeah, we can get some, yeah, we have some confidence with that. That's pretty cool. Normally for in a wave 4 and 5 to go another leg to the downside, we should not go that high. Now this is still possible, but that would be very high, to be honest with you. So anyway, here, now if we are still in the X wave, so to speak, this was not the bottom of the Y leg here. We're going to do another leg down. What can that be inside a Y leg here? That can be an A, a B, and a C zigzag. We can of course make a WXY, but if we do a WXY, okay, triple wave, we are going to do a WXY, X and Z. Why? Simply because a Y leg, as I said before, cannot finish with only a WXY. So if we do a WXY here, we just have to think about 2 more waves, X and Z, okay? Just simple as that. And the X and Z have exactly the same smaller wave, correction waves. Really, so it's not really complex, just that there are of course some, for example, the W cannot be a triangle, the X cannot be a triangle, the Y can be a triangle, but the Y cannot be a WXY, all stuff like this. There are some rules, of course, you have to know in addition. But yeah, so we can absolutely go more down for an ABC, for example. In that case, we are ready for lower, and if we really start to lose, because yes, and that's why we plan these levels, because if we really start to lose everything, we can look of course for lower, so to speak. We take the low here, we go a bit below to some daily levels or stuff like this, around from 24 to 23,000. I don't have this on my daily chart here, but I have this for on a bigger time frame. We have seen that with VIPs in the pre-Sunday live stream that I planned for a while, by the way. So if we have to go more down, we are ready for that. I'm going to stay focused on this section of the chart, of course, but if we lose the price low, you just have to go on the daily time frame here, okay? Just find your daily levels, all the confidence you can get below here, okay? And you will get absolutely everything. So yeah, now we have planned everything. We have seen the wave count, so if we don't like to the downside, it's more likely an A, B, C zigzag, okay? As always, if we go higher, okay, like this right here, if we go higher, touch the 90%, do some wicks higher, the A, B, C zigzag is not valid anymore, so we are maybe more likely in a WXY to the downside, X and Z, of course, because we cannot finish a Y leg with a WXY. If now we break the price high, we can be in an A, B, C flat, okay, so to speak here. What do you have to do? You just have to add your 123, for example. I mean 105, 113, 123, 127. We can be in that case, boom, in a big A, B, and C flat here inside this Y leg. That will make, as you can see here, that will make some crazy complex and what the fuck patterns here that are really crazy. But we will still follow the count and there will still be a possible wave here, okay? So we have to think about this too. It's not because we break the high that we're, oh my god, super bullish. No, we can absolutely go more down with this. And now, of course, if we go past the 123, we know what we have to look at. We have to look for the daily, weekly, and gap control here. And if we break the price high, swing for the pattern, otherwise weekly level, okay? So these are the possibilities here. And if we just start to retrace, maybe take the high and dump it next, of course, check the 85.4, 90%, but otherwise, this is possibly more an A, B, and C zigzag to the downside, okay? Now be careful because ABC zigzag means 5 ways, triple ways, 5 ways. This is exactly the same start of an impulsive to the downside. So as we seen also yesterday, this is possible that we have done, for example, boom, a WXY like this and a truncated Y leg here. Less likely because that is in that case a WXY in a Y leg, but if that's another pattern, what effect one, for example, we have done a top here of the wave 4, and now we are going to push more down for a wave 5. So this is not an A, B, C zigzag, but a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 start. Okay, so as a day trader, you can see the amount of possibilities is not always like this, of course not, but we really have to think about every single possibilities. This is extremely important because in any case, whatever you do, you're going to be aware of and you're going to be ready simply to take a trade. You know what we can expect, you know what we can do, and you know what is going to come next. So you know if you have to take the long, or if you have to if you have to take a long, or if you have to take a short. Okay, so anyway, now the plan is ready, clearly. So if you have some questions, do not hesitate. This is extremely important. You ask some question if you don't understand something on Elliott Wave, exocharts, anything, clearly. Okay, so now I'm going to move on exocharts. Now we have the plan with the wave, we have the plan with level, we have everything, clearly. So now we're just going to see how yesterday that was possible to trade, for example, the small move to the upside here, then the move, maybe take a short here, by the way, because that was just a swing for your pan, as you can see here. What we have done a high here, okay? We have done a swing value pattern here, right there, as you can see, of the previous high. We just take the previous high, do a weak higher, move it down. We have all the shorts coming in next to confirm the swing value pattern. This is what we got. So that's a short to take stop loss on the high and right move to the downside. It depends also if you're an aggressive trader. Wait, just 2 seconds, please, because I still have a bit of a cold. All right, so I'm just going to drink a bit of water too. All right, better now. So yeah, swing value pattern here, then we have bounced off the level Q was looking for a bit below. That was not at all the more and more likely, but this was still an untapped daily, so we can expect to get some reactions off this level. That's pretty nice. We got a nice rise after that, as we talked about, a nice 5% move to the upside. So for day traders, this is, you have to place a buy for 1 day and you're good for the whole day and take profit in every single target we was looking for. Clearly recognize that if we go higher than this high, clearly there is not a lot of resistance here, so we can really expect to push the price higher. Just you can see how these levels are pretty insane. So yeah, let's start with this. Sorry, so here, swing value pan. Okay, no, first of all, by the way, the long here I was looking for, I was not looking for, but some of you was looking for a possible long. Okay, what I said was exactly, do not try to catch a knife here. You can pull, if you, for example, the triple wave like this or the stuff like this. I'm probably not looking for a long here because I'm long from lower. I don't care. I took profit, refunded my fees, make money, stop us on 3. You can dump it, I absolutely don't care. Now we have the levels planned below, we know what to expect. If we push high, it's just more profit. Now if you want to take a long here, I recommend you to not catch a knife, to not try to catch a knife, because we do not have a lot of support down there. We got only this daily level that was already tapped a lot, so it was not really a good daily anymore. Yes, we bounced it off that, but as you can see at the end we just failed to bounce higher, because this is already tapped a lot. So we got a weakness clearly of, we got the level become less stronger, so it's not really a good one anymore. So personally I was more looking if I have to take a high probability trade long, and this is really not really a high probability trade long because there is no confidence with these targets. Okay, we have the 618, 66% and 78.6. As always, these are the typical levels we add to look for a retracement for a high probability long trade or short trade. Okay, for example here, that's maybe a bit high, but for example here what we are looking for, 618, 66%, 78.6. We just look at these levels. If there are some good data to short, boom, we take the short. Okay, for example here, boom, if you want to ride a move to the downside again for the day, boom, you place your retracement from the bottom to the top, or from the top to the bottom, depending if you reverse the tool. Boom, 618, 66%, 78.6, and boom, retrace from this 618, 66%. I'm going to show you how to take this short, because that was a nice scalp short to take here. No, it was before here. But yeah, let's focus on that. So anyway, here I was looking for the 618, 66%. I'm going to replace that here, or I was looking for another possible like the daily here, or for example the FIB targets here, so the speaks 123 here, or the 1618. Okay, we got also some confidence normally with this fixed trend here, so the very area low, it was maybe a bit before here. This was not that down normally. Yeah, it was a confidence with the 618, 66%, so not really crazy. Sorry, nothing really crazy. Anyway, so as you can see here, we only have the daily, some confidence, but nothing really crazy here. So, but why would you try to catch a knife if this is not a high probability trade? Would you risk your capital if this is not a high probability trade? I'm personally not going to do this. I'm just going to wait. As I say, do not try to catch a knife, just wait for the retest. You don't have to pull a FIB from the top of the move we're going to do to the bottom of it, and you just wait to retest the 618, 66% or the 78. This is exactly what I said yesterday. We just did a move to the upside, just retested at 618, 66%. As soon as we get the demand to go higher, this is a long to take. Okay, now is it a really good long to take? We do not go really higher, but this is still a possible very scalp long, for example, to take here. So we're going to take on the 3 minutes here what we have done. By the way, no, maybe more on the 1 minute here. it's maybe a really low time frame for you, but as a day trader, if you're using the order flow, this is where on the 1 minute here where you're going to enter the trade. Okay, I mean, for real day traders and for scalpers, this is really where you have to look to enter a trade. Okay, so yesterday, if you did not watch the update, we have seen how to trade the low here, how to trade the low here, how to take a short on the very top right there. Okay, and today we're going to see the long, the possible short, the possible long, the possible short here, the possible long here, not really, to be honest with you, I would just enjoy the long, and the possible short on the very top here. So I did not check a data on the very top here because I was snipping. I'm going to do that live with you, but yeah, let's start with that one. So here we have done, as you can see here, this is a low. Okay, this is a low here we have done right there. Okay, we were talking about that low right here. Okay, as you can see here, this is the exact low we have done here. What we have done, if you go on the 3 minutes, for example, we have done a swing failure pattern here of the previous low. So this is, for example, a possible reversal reaction here. Okay, right there, you can see, boom, we just take the previous low, do a wick below, reclaim directly, and of course we have to get the data following. So here, what do we have? As always, when we are moving up with an increasing of point interest, so green, blue open interest here, we have new longs coming in on the market. If we are moving up with a decreasing of point interest, this can be liquidations, it can be people taking profit on the longs, it can be people getting wrecked, this can be people closing their longs, this can be a lot of stuff. Okay, if now we go down, like for example, here we go down with this increasing of point interest, or with this kind of increasing of point interest, these are new shorts coming in on the market. If we go down with a weak, I mean with a decreasing of point interest, this is a weakness to go down. We say this is where we are going to look for a long. These are the data we want to look for a long. Okay, when we're moving down with a decreasing of point interest, this can also be people taking profit and everything I said before. So yeah, here, what do we have? We have some new short, as you can see here. Yes, we do have some longs coming, by the way, on the very top of the move here. And then what do we have? We do a move to the downside with this increasing of point interest here. So these are new shorts coming on the market. As always, if we want to take a long, what we want to see, if we have some new shorts coming in, first of all, if we want to take a long, normally we want to get this kind of data. Okay, so we are approaching this level was possibly looking for, so the daily here for a possible long, we got this decreasing of point interest. So this is the context of the move. The context why approaching this level is okay to look for a long. Okay, we do not really look for absorption or something like this. Here, what we do, we start getting some shorts coming in right on the very bottom of the move, clearly. So we see absorption. Here, we have a low, we have a low. What we do here, we have a low and a higher low. This is a delta bars where you're going to recognize if you have absorption or not on the market with these divergence. What is absorption? When you have, for example, here some new shorts coming in, but you have some limited orders, so to speak. You have some big traders preset some orders here. For example, they say, hey, at $29,080, I want to preset an order here, a long order here. So I'm going to preset at this price a long trade. When directly when the price is going to hit that level, that price is I'm going to be filled and I'm going to write a move. Okay, so we have some market orders. Market orders are buying or selling at the current price of the market. For example, if you market order here, you're going to enter here. Okay, if you limit order when you're, for example, here, and you say, hey, I want to open a long here, so I'm going to preset a long here. Okay, these are limited orders, and market orders you buy or sell at the current price of the market. So here we have market orders coming in here. You can see that because we are moving down with this increasing of point interest here. These are new shorts coming on the market. So what we want to see here, if we have to take a long, when we have some new shorts, we want to see absorption on the market to say, hey, we are more likely going to reverse. But one more time, keep in mind the context. This is still not a high probability trade because there is no big targets here, clearly. So we don't really care, to be honest with you. So here, boom, we just do a move to the upside without big demand, to be honest with you. So not really crazy. But what we do next, as I said, if we want to take a long here, we are not going to trade this because this is too risky to risk our capital here. We are just going to rate and retest the 61866% or the 70x6. Exactly what we did here after we had a swing failure pattern here. We have then retested the 61866% here. Once we have done the retest, so I'm going to go now on a bigger time frame, maybe such as a 3 minute, I mean a bigger time frame. It's not huge, but this is still a bigger time frame. So here we have a big weakness. I mean, we do not have a big, I mean, we don't have a big a big strong move to the upside here. Okay, normally here we would like to see some new longs coming in. What we don't really have here, This of course can be explained because people were shorting here, so all the way up people getting wrecked because they're shorted here, so we just wreck this short opening here. So this is normal that while moving to the upside the open interest is decreasing in red. Okay, but this is still not the best we want to, this is not the best. Okay, here we start to get a bit of a sideways here, so a bit of longs and shorts here opening, move to the downside directly, as you can see here. After we have done the move to the downside, yes, we have some shorts coming in, nothing crazy. Directly after this we have all of this small following increasing of interest while moving to the upside. So this is cast as a bullish reaction after we have hit the 6.866%, and this is exactly what we want to see. The new longs finally come in. Normally we would like to see this after the swing failure pan here to confirm this. Now, as I said, do not try to catch a knife. You're going to risk your capital for maybe a big move, but you're never sure because this is not a high probability trade. So just wait for a retest. We did the retest here. After we have done the retest, what we want to see, just the demand to come in to say, hey, we are going to push higher. You see the demand, you just enter the trade and ride the move to the upside. Of course, you have to be really quick, and because we're talking about 3 minutes, but you enter on the 1 minute. So here, for example, you're going to go on the 1 minute here right there, and you're going to recheck on the 1 minute to receive on entry. So here, for example, you have some new shorts coming, nothing really crazy. This is not the best, to be honest with you, still to look for a long, but anyway, directly, because that was this was in the plan, you wait for the retest. So if you wait for the retest and you bounce off the retest, you're going to take a long stop loss on the low and ride the move to the upside. Okay, and you have the new longs coming in, all the stuff like this. Now this was not the best data, to be honest with you. So was it a good long to take? Personally for me, no. Will not risk something here. But now if you miss the price low, for example, that was a possible and very long to take. Now don't forget to take profit. Is extremely important, because what we have done here, just took the price high to maybe wrecked all these early shorts coming in here. Boom, getting wrecked. We take the price high, we take all the stop loss, and we dump the price. To not make it too easy for people trying to hold here because they predict a move to the downside next. Okay, so here on the very top, what we have a big decrease, massive decrease of interest here. Why? Simply because we take all the stop loss, and the open interest show you the people getting wrecked, people getting stopped out, people taking profit, everything clearly. People, new longs coming on the market, new shorts coming on the market. So here we are moving up with a decreasing of interest. So maybe people that are long here taking profit, or maybe also people getting wrecked because we took the price high. As you can see here, this massive decrease of interest here. Say normally we have taken a lot of stop loss here. You can also add the wrecked here if you want to see a bit more. The big dots are the liquidations, so we do not have a lot of liquidations here. But with the open interest here, we can see that we stopped a lot of people here. Okay, once we stopped a lot of people, and we think about a swing failure pan here, because as always when we break a high, when we break a low, we always have to think about a swing failure pan. So we just take the price high, dump it next, or take the price low, pump it next. Okay, by the way, there is a message. Please, can you turn your microphone volume up? I'm sorry, but I have it's at the maximum at the moment. Maybe I can let me check that. I think I cannot properties, advanced properties. All right, let me just check that. Maybe I can microphone. I'm going to try to fix that for the next live stream, because where it is? Microphone active. Yeah, I'm checking the OBS settings, but it's already at the maximum at the moment. So I'm going to try to go in more settings, more advanced settings. I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to try to speak loudly, or maybe move this a bit more in front of me right there. All right, so yeah, let me know if this is better now. Normally, I mean, there is not a big change. I just have the microphone a bit more in front of me, so I will see. Just let me know. So anyway, here swing failure pan of the previous high. Okay, so once we have done this, after the swing failure pan, we just have to wait for shorts to come in. For the market structure change, personally, I'm not waiting for the market structure change. If there is some new shorts coming in, I'm just taking the short, because this is in my plan. This is, I mean, this was not really in the plan, to be honest with you, but this is when I'm waiting for a swing failure pan. If we do the swing failure pan, this was in my plan, so I just take the short. I don't care about the market structure change, all the stuff like this. Okay, thanks, but I'm looking for my headphone. Okay, sorry, I'm going to try to fix that for the next live stream. I'm going to try to make yeah, because it's not really loudly, I think. But yeah, I'm going to try to change some few stuff in the settings. I think I can do that. So yeah, but as always, when you break a high, when you This was not really in the plan yesterday because this is something typical of the trader, day trader, you have to think about. We take a high, swing for the pan. If we do not swing for the pan, just look for the next target. Take a low, swing for the pan, otherwise you just look for the next target. This is really simple and that. So here, that's why I'm not repeating every time we have to look for a swing for the pan. Here, 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 here. We get too much possibility of the swing for the pan, but this is what we have to think about as a day trader. But anyway, here, swing for the pan. So what we check here, we can go on the 3 minutes or on the 1 minute. First of all, we can check if we have absorption. Here we have a high, a high, a high. Here we have a high, a high, a high. So no absorption, nothing really bearish. But here what we do, we start moving down. I'm gonna go on the 1 minute here. Where is this? Yups, perfect. I like the 1 minute. I mean, it's really good. Here we start to, we have done the high here. We do not have shorts coming in directly. Okay, if you zoom a bit here, maybe we have absorption. No, we do not have absorption. Maybe a really small one, but nothing crazy. So after we took the previous high here, as you can see, we're moving down without a big increasing of interest. So was it an easy short to take? I will just remain in my short from higher, to be honest with you, from the top. Clearly here we shorted because here we do not have shorts directly coming. As you can see here, when we start rejecting here, we do not have shorts coming in. We have shorts coming in when we are approaching the VWAP, so people are shorting into support. But with this, if we do not have absorption on the support, we expect to take the VWAP. Clearly, we expect to go more down. We did not got any absorption here, so we went more down clearly. So shorts are coming in a bit late in the move, to be honest with you. So was it a good short to take here? If you really read the order flow, not really. Now, if that was in your plan for any reason, I don't know why, yes, you just have to take a short. Just stick to the plan. This is the most important, okay? And that gives us a really small stop loss, but this was not really a really good swing for your plan, to be honest. But anyway, at the end, sorry, we still didn't move to the downside. Retest the VWAP right before to move to the downside here. I don't know if we backtested some few levels, some good. That would be really low. Yeah, that would be too low. I'm going to remove that. Going to remove this. So here, what we start to get here while moving to the downside, I'm going to go on the 30 minutes. All right, so here. Yeah, by the way, we got a bit of a longs and shorts here, nothing crazy. But here, as you can see, after we have done swing for the pan on the 30 minutes, the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes are extremely important for the context of the move. For example, here, what I have seen that is, yesterday I said this is classed as bullish, for example. This move here is classed as bullish. Why? Because we are moving to the upside with an increasing of interest. When I'm saying this is classed as bullish, it's not we're going to 100K, no, it's minimum, we are going to minimum take the price high, what we did, okay? When I'm saying this, and we are, for example, this move is classed as bearish, we expect to minimum take the price low. It's not we go to 10K, for example. No, this was classed as bullish because we have a lot of longs coming in. So if we have this, most of the time with this data before, we most of the time see a continuation of the move, or we take the high minimum and then we move it back down. We took the high. I just did not precise that yesterday, so that's why I'm saying this today. For next, if you have to do something like this, you are aware of that. And we just dump the pricing. So here, after we have done a swing for the pan, boom, on the 30 minutes, we have some new shorts coming in, as you can see. So this is good to look follow. If the 30 minutes is following, you can also go on the 15 minutes here, and you can also, this is really good to see the context of the move. To remove, for example, here, as you can see, we have some red, some decreasing of interest right between everything. So to remove all this noise, if you can say that, you just have to go on the 30 minutes, and you can really see the context of the move. So here, boom, you're on the 15 minutes. This is even better than the 30 minutes. As you can see here, all the way down here, we have all this big increasing of interest. These are new shorts coming in. With this, you do not try to long anything except if you have absorption. But from here, when we start to get all these shorts, do we have absorption here? We have a low, a high, low. We have a low, a high, low. There is no any absorption. So do you try to long here? No, you just expect to take minimum this low or even more down. I mean, first of all, take the low. If we do not take the low, absorption from here to here into the 61866% or 786. Otherwise, you expect to minimum take the low or get a continuation of the move. Okay, so here with this, you do not absolutely not try to long. Okay, once you have done this, boom, you do a small retracement without longs and shorts coming on kind of a bit of 50-50 here. Boom, you move the price back down because with the context on the 15 minute, this is what you was expecting. With minimum take the price low, we are moving down here with a big increasing of interest, so you expect to get a continuation to minimum take the price low here. You do not try to long something here except if you have absorption from here to here. So from here, by the way, we started to get some possible absorption. but in that case, we want to see the demand next to come in. So on the smaller time frame, you watch, for example, the 61866% retracement from the very top of the move, right there, okay, to the very bottom of the move. Here, for example, you can look for, if you have absorption, just wait for the demand to come in. So I see that we have some push to the upside here. We got some push to the upside, but where it is exactly? It's right before. I'm gonna go on the lower time frame to see that. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go on the 1 minute because no, this is really not going to take here. We got some few longs coming. So this, for example, was a possible cap long to take with a really aggressive entry. Otherwise, you just wait for, as always, the retest of the 61866%, and then you want to get the demand to push high, what we don't have here, so that's not a long to take. But here, for example, yes, we got some new longs to bounce off the 61866%. As you can see, sometimes we have the data we want to get, but we still do another move because of the context. The context was bearish, and the context is extremely important. So here, don't forget the context. If the context is bearish, maybe if we have absorption, we have the demand, maybe wait for a bit more of confirmations to re-get some high probability trades. So to speak, retest of the 61866%, all the stuff like this, retest of the level, everything. We take the high, swing through pans and move it up. Everything clear to just get a safe trade long or safe trade short. Here that will be a long. We go more down with a lot of shorts coming in, and we just dump the price more and more and more. Okay, so here I'm gonna go back on the 3 minutes, but as you can see here, when we are moving to the downside, you have all this increasing of point rates here. This is really classed as bearish, and you can really expect to minimum take the price low. Okay, what we did, and when we break the price low, okay, as you can see right there, we have the low. Okay, with the candle, when we break the price low, we have this decreasing of point rates here because we take all the stop loss. We wrecked a lot of people once again. Don't know if I have some massive dots here, but yeah, a bit before, by the way, because people trying to long, for example, on the breakout here, maybe are going to jump with 100x, for example, or leverage. So they're going to get a liquidation, really close liquidation here. So that wrecked a lot of people also before. But as you can see, all the way down here, we have some dots everywhere. So we're wrecking a lot of people. Okay, so that's why this order flow is just pretty insane, because we know if we have to take some longs or shorts here. Of course, we have to make some decisions. We have to think about the context, everything. But with all of this, we know if we have to take some long short. So as soon as we break the price low, we have a decreasing of interest here. I'm gonna go back now on the 1 minute to really show you what happened on the very bottom. Right there, I'm going to remove this rect. So here, when we are approaching now, as you can see here, we got all these shorts coming in. As soon as we are approaching clearly the daily whip line here on the very bottom, we start to get a decreasing of the open interest here. That's pretty cool, because this is exactly the data you want to look for a long. As soon as we bounce off the daily, we also have to look for the selling balances here. So we don't have massive selling balances. Maybe if I add the 30 ticks here, nothing crazy, but anyway. We have some big selling balances coming. As you can see here, we have millions and millions and millions and millions, millions and millions and millions before. We have 1 million on the very bottom. This is not crazy, but still 1 million here, 1 million here. We have some really massive numbers. We have millions and millions. We can see that here, 5 million, 2 million, 5 million, 5 million here. We have millions and millions on the very top or very bottom of the move. So what we can think about, if we think about, we're on a support, and as you can see here, all the big numbers starting to approach on the support clearly. With the data we want to get for a long, if we get a bounce and we exact touch that and we directly get the demand to push higher, we can expect to take the low, or we can expect to keep pushing higher. Here, as soon as we got the bounce, as you can see here, all the way up right there, we got this increasing of interest to get, to say, hey, we have the demand now to push higher. Of course, we can get the demand, we can take the low one time. This is possible. We never know if we're going to take the low, if we're going to get a continuation. That's why here, in any way, this is a long to take. Stop loss on the low. You wait to take the low. So in a case, if you're stop it out, you're going to take it off, of course, but it's absolutely fine. You just take if you can re-enter. So for example, swing 30 pan, or spend a bit of time here, start to form absorption. If we have some new shorts coming in, all the stuff like this, and if we have then the demand to push high, reclaim the price low here, we just take the long, stop loss on the low, and you ride the move to the upside. Here we just have done an exact touch. Got a demand directly after that. As you can see here, before it was decreasing. This is exactly what we want to get in the open interest here to open a long. Directly after we bounce it off this daily level here, we got all this small following increasing of pen trades to say hey, and all these buying balances coming back here to say hey, we have a new longs coming in here into the market. This was on the support we applied here on an untapped daily, not the more likely one, but still we have the good data, we have the context we was expecting to take minimum the price low here, we have taken the price low, now we have the data we want to for a long, we have the demand. Why would you not take a long here? Everything is saying yes for a long clearly. Okay, so next we got a bit of shorts coming in, but as you can see here, the volume, I mean the delta and the candles are still with positive, so this is are still a bit, I mean these are still a bit of longs and shorts opening here, nothing really crazy. And directly again we do some big candles for the 1 minute, and we have an increasing of pen trade. So we really have the demand to push high here, as you can see, demand to push high, demand to push high here, demand. That's a bit of short, but anyway, it's not a problem because you feel you're long, you took profit already one time, possibly you have the stop loss set on entry. So if any case we have some new shorts, we take again the low, we never know if we're going to do that, you just top it out, you took profit, you refunded your fees, you make a bit of money in addition to that, and you just check if you can re-enter again. This is absolutely fine, so that's still a winning trade at the end. Anyway, here this is not what we have done, we just kept pushing higher and higher and higher. That's pretty nice. That brings us after that with a nice push to the upside. This is how we can trade the low. This was maybe not the most easiest long to take for you, because you only have one touch on the level, an exact touch, and you really have to make, for me it's pretty easy to see that because I'm used to use this tool, this software, but for you, you don't know maybe the reaction when we exact touch a level, what we want to see. That's why, for example, on the website we have this level approach here where we see really there is maybe 3 or 4 level approach, the most typical approach, and the data you want to get next to really master this. I mean, you like that, you know, every single levels approach, so to speak. For example, we plan a daily, we can exact touch, we can do a weak inside, fake the dump, all stuff like that, or just a retest, flip that to resistance, then move it down, fake the dump, and reclaim everything. There are a lot of ways to approach the levels, but I give you the most common one, clearly, for example, the exact touch here, the exact touch, when we exact touch the target here, what we want to see next, just so new longs coming in. And if we have some new longs, this is a long to take, stop loss on the low. Are we going to swing for the pan or retake the low? We don't know, so that's why we take a long, wait to see what happens. We just pray for us to move higher. But I mean, with all the good trades we took before, it's absolutely fine to take a loss, and a trader cannot make only winning trades. It's not possible. Of course, we have to make more winning trades than losing, than to take loss, but we are going to take loss. Of course, this is you cannot get this is not impossible to not take a loss. This is impossible. Or you just predict the future, but I wouldn't like to see that. But anyway, so here this was pretty cool. So we have done now, after that I push to the upside, I say then, hey, we have here, I say to VIPs, hey, we have a possible flat here. So I was not saying we have a flat here, because with the context here, bit weird to be honest with you, but this was still a possible flat here. So the possible flat here, I was just looking at this because of this wave simply. Okay, we have a triple wave here to the upside, have then a possible triple wave to the downside. So what we have to look at here, we just have the flat retracement for the B wave. So that would be an A, B, C like this, boom, A, B, and C. Triple wave, I mean correction waves, 5 waves impulsive, or an ending. Okay, the B wave retraces the 123, 127. This is pretty cool, so that's pretty perfect. Once we now add the extension tool like this, what we can see here, we have the first target 618. Oops. First target 618 here, second target 100% here, third target, I'm going to remove that one by the way. Oh no. Third target 123, last target, maximum target 1618 here. I say, hey, we have a possible flat here. We was on the maximum target where I showed the screenshot, so we have to look for a short quickly, because we never know if we're going to do this or not. So we just have to read the order flow, and with this is exactly, I mean, we got the exact data we wanted to take a short here. So we will still in the long here. We think about a short here. We will stop it out next, but we absolutely don't care. We're still enjoying the move to the upside. On the short, we took profit. We said stop loss entry. We refunded our fees to make money. This is still a winning trade. So this is good, for example, for a day trader to take a short here. We got an invalidation at the end, okay, because we just tapped the 20% here. The 20%, this is the next target after the 1618. This is an invalidation clearly of the pattern. So anyway, but here, as you can see, the move was still here. So that was a possible flat here. Possible flat, boom, we just have to think about short here on the exact target we was looking for. We take, by the way, no, it's maybe, oh yeah, because we're on the buy bid price. Normally it's a bit below. If you check on the Coinbase, yeah, exactly. As you can see here, we retest the 1618 here before to move to the downside here. But anyway, so here we now enjoyed all the move to the upside here. That's pretty nice. We have done now, after we hit that long, a nice almost 4% move to the upside. For day traders, this is absolutely good. More of it when you are X50, this is pretty insane to ride this kind of move. And after that, we just have to think about a short. So here, what are we going to check? The data on the order flow. What we can see first of all is that when we are moving down at the beginning, we are not moving down with new short. So is it a good short to take directly? Not really. More of this with the wave count here. Sorry, more of this with the wave count already. You have 5 ways. So if you want a lower time frame here, for example, do you have the 5 ways here directly? Not really. Okay, you have the possible wave 1, 2 here. Boom, you have the next wave 1, 2 here, the next wave 1, 2 here. So you expect to be in a wave 3, 4, 5 to again take the house, stuff like this. So remain a bit more patient and to try to show directly here with an aggressive entry, because data are simply not following. As you can see here, we're moving down with a decreasing of interest here, so we are not going to down. We do not expect to do a crazy down. Now, what is happening next? We are pushing up with a new longs coming. As you can see here, all the way up here, we have this big increasing of interest here. What is this? New longs coming into the market. So what are we looking for if we want to take a short? Absorption, because we have new longs here. What do we have? A high, a low, high, a high, a high, high. We have a bearish divergence. So we have new long coming in here, but we have some limited order shorts here that absorb this market, all the longs coming in on the market. So as soon as we get some new shorts coming in, this is a short to take. So as you can see here, not really, but for this you have to go on the lower time frame. Right here. All right, and you do have some new shorts coming in next. As you can see here, we are now moving to the downside. For example, here we have some new shorts. We can really be aggressive and take a short directly here, because that can be also for you, for example, a 70x6 pretest. For example, if you pull a flip like this, boom, 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 from the top to the from bottom to the top here, 618, 66%, 70x6, boom, this is into the 70x6. This is exactly what we were looking for to take a short. We have absorption into this target. We have a possible flat here. Maximum target. I'm going to take a short as soon as we have some shorts. So here, if we have some shorts coming in, this is a short to take. Stop loss on the high here, really close invalidation, and you ride a move to the downside. You take profit then on the VWAP, and you're good for the day, also for the short here. Otherwise, you just wait for this small increasing of interest like this coming in on the market, and you can you can wait more. You wait for a bit more of confirmations here. To be honest with you, if you wait for this, so you're less an aggressive trader, and this is really good because you're maybe going to take less risk on the market, so be less risky, if we can say, with your capital, okay, with your money. So that's pretty cool. So it depends on your trading style. But anyway, here we have all these shorts coming in, so that's pretty nice. We just try to move to the downside. Okay, once we have done this, it brings us on the VWAP here. We just fake the dump on the VWAP right there. We just lose it, reclaim it, lose it, reclaim it. Okay, you can see here we lose it, reclaim it, boom, we lose it. We just take it pretty slow. Okay, if you're on a bigger time frame here, maybe on a bigger one. What we have done here, simply a swing for the pound of the low. Okay, this is always typical, something we'll have to think about. Oops, oops, oops. You can see you have to think about a lot of stuff during the day for day traders. Is pretty insane. But after we have done that, of course, you take profit as soon as possible on the first support. Okay, this is extremely important because you never know, and you have an idea of what can happen, but you never know which one is going to play out. Okay, for the time you're going to expect to say, hey, we are maybe more like in the flat here, less likely, all the stuff like this, but you never know what is going to happen. Really, exactly 100%, you're never sure. Okay, but anyway, here we have done the move to the downside here with a lot of shorts, as you can see, coming on the very bottom. So when you have a lot of shorts coming, you want to get absorption. Is it a good long to take? I'm personally not interested to look for a long here because I'm already long from low. So to try to look for a long here, I'm in a long here, I'm in a short here. In any way you can dump it, pump it, we win clearly. And if we push high here, if we then just take the high, we can also look for another short, but we are short from higher. So yes, for day traders, it can be good short to take for scalpers, but for me personally, I was not really looking for a long here because I was already long from low, so I really don't care about this short, this bottom here. Now, if you want, absolutely, you can look for a long. So for example, here we're going to focus on the second low here. Okay, we have some shorts coming in here. You can see some really big amount of shorts coming in, approaching the low. So normally we want to get absorption. So do we have absorption, by the way? We do not have absorption, more of this. So this is not really good data to look for a long, to be honest with you. And more of this, we are a bit sideways on this daily level. That is not really respected. So is it a good long to take, to be honest with you? No, because more risk, we have a lot of shorts coming. We do not have any absorption. Clearly, what we don't want to see. And more when we are pushing up, we do not have new longs coming in. So Is it a good long to take? No. Okay, clearly that's not a good long to take. This, for example, can be a good long because we retest at the dollar the VWAP here. We also maybe retest the 61866%, maybe no, that's a bit high. But for example, if you expect here to push higher, what you can do, and by the way, we hit at the dollar the 618 here, so yes, by the way, we retest the 61866%. But here, for example, if a time we do not retrace, for example, the 61866%, you can also add in addition to this the 50%. For example, if you expect to do an impulsive move here, wave 2 of an impulsive, so to speak, when you start to give your impulsive, you have the wave 1, boom, you have the retracement to wave 2, and then boom, you have the wave 3, 4, 5. Okay, the wave 2 have more chance, 73% chance to retrace between the 50 and the 618 here. So if you expect to be an impulsive next, you can also add the 50% here and look for a stop between the 50 and the 618. It's just in case we do not touch the 618, 786, some few stuff like this. Okay, but now we hit the 618, 66%, so that's pretty cool. So here, what do you have to look at? Simply what is happening here, open interest, boom, big decrease in open interest. As soon as we get the demand next, okay, the demand next, you open a long, stop loss on the low. If you really miss at the low here, you can try to look for a long here. On as always, the retest and not being aggressive, because this is not, I mean, as a trader, this data here is 100% not a long to take, because with this, you normally expect to go more down. This is really not a long to take here, really not at all. You do not have absorption, you have new shorts come in, so no, I mean, you have a weakness to go up next, so this is 100% not a long to take. You really wait for more confirmation to if you want to long something. Yes, you will meet the low, but I mean, who cares to jump here or here? This is still money. You just enjoy the money, and you jump in the market with safe, because trading is not safe, but with safer entries. So this is better. Okay, so that brings us clearly where we have on the top here into the first target we was looking for. I'm maybe going to show you, for example, why the 61866% here was not a short to take, simply because, first of all, without checking data here, we do not have any confluence with us, so there is no real reason to look for a short here. But if you look at the order flow right there, I'm gonna go maybe on a bigger time frame. Right, this 29.8, 29.8. We have done some rejection a bit here on the small time frame. All right, yeah, we got a small pullback here. So, for example, was a possible scalp short to take, but we have to check the context, of course, to see if that was a nice rejection or not. So I'm gonna go back on the 30 minutes here if I can. All right, so here we have a lot, I mean, we have some longs coming in here. As you can see, we have then some other longs coming in here. We are moving up with an increasing open interest. There are some new longs, so we expect to be able to take the high here. Weakness to go up next. It was at the right price, yes. So I'm gonna go now on the 15 minutes. Yeah, I mean, weakness to go up, it's simply because we take the previous high. So that's why it's also normal that we get a decreasing of interest here while moving to the upside. So here, yeah, by the way, we got absorption on the top here. It's pretty nice. What we got here? Yeah, I mean, what we did here clearly just a swing value pattern, but the swing value pattern here failed. Okay, I'm going to show you why. I mean, if data are following this, by the way. We got some shorts. I mean, nothing crazy, but we got some shorts. Yeah, normally we did a swing value pattern here. Yeah, as you can see, the first touch into the 618 here, we did a swing value pattern. Okay, we did a swing value pattern here, right there. We have the high. We just do a swing value pattern here. So that was a possible valid swing value pattern, but as soon as we get the rejection, yes, we have some shorts coming in. But as you can see at the end, we got a big weakness to go down here because we do not have some new shorts coming in. So normally we really want to see some new shorts coming in to reconfirm the swing value pattern here. And if you really want to get some safe entries for a swing value pattern, wait for the market structure change, all the stuff like this. So here, for example, we do not do a low, low, highs, all the stuff like this. We keep doing a low, a high, a low, a high, a low, a high, high, high. We still have this bullish market structure, so we do not change really this market structure here. So, and we have some new longs, more of this. When we are approaching the high here, you can see the price high here, we have some new longs coming in. So with this, as always, we want to get absorption, what we don't have really, okay? We really don't have absorption here. Or we expect, if we do not have any absorption, we expect to take the previous high. So that's why here, if you're an aggressive trader, you can take the short because you have some shorts coming in here, but this is not a high probability trade at the beginning, first of all, here to look for a short. So that's why be careful with this kind of really trade the highest probability trade, such these are high probability targets such as the track here we applied clearly. Okay, that gives us a nice pullback here after we look at the bottom. Otherwise here, because you know that is not a high probability target, just wait for more confirmation. For example, a 618 66% retest. If you have this, you just wait for the bearish data coming in, so to speak, absorption, weakness to go up, data to go, new shorts coming in. We have the opposite, we have new lows coming in, no absorption. We expect to take the high to minimum swing failure pattern. So just do a week of high on the pre-swing failure pattern, so to speak. Do a swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern. Otherwise, we can expect to push higher. And this is exactly what we did here. New longs coming in right before the price high. We take the high minimum. Otherwise, we can expect to push higher. We did a push to the upside again into the naked session path control was looking for yesterday. The exact level we planned here. Okay, so that is pretty cool. The first trade was looking for yesterday is the exact what we have done here. So that's really nice. So here we of course have to keep in mind the context. I'm gonna go back on the 30 minutes here, show you the context of the move. So here we have some longs coming in, some longs coming in here. At the end, when we are approaching the top here, we have a decreasing of interest here, so we have a weakness to push higher. Okay, what we can see here, first of all, if you waited maybe for a bit more of confirmation, you're not an aggressive trader, what you can see here, we have weakness to push up, that from a high here, okay, with a bit of longs opening here, we have a bit of an increasing of interest. Then we have nothing really, and we have some new longs opening here. If you have a high, if you have some new longs coming in the very top, and we have to take a short, we normally want to get absorption. If we have a weakness, we do not need absorption. Now we have some new longs, so what we want to see here, absorption to take a short. We have absorption, we have a high, a low, high here, we have a high, a high, a high. What we have to do here is just to go on a smaller time frame to confirm that we really have absorption. For example, on the 15 minutes here, boom, we have a high, a low, high, we have a high, 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 absorption, confirm it. We can go on the 5 minute here to check what we can do here. If you really want to trade the absorption, to be honest with you, we do not have the demand coming in next, but anyway. Yeah, that's why here on the 5 minutes is not a good short to take. For example, you really have to go, and that's why I like the 1 minute, because you really, once you have the absorption, you really see on the 1 minute on every single coin what is happening. So that's why it's really better for me to go on the 1 minute than, for example, on the 5 minute, depending on the context. Here, for example, you can see on the 5 minute, this is not really relevant, because once we have done this absorption, we do not see the new shorts coming in. So that's why I prefer to go on the 1 minute to see the new shorts coming in after we got absorption. And by the way, do we have absorption here? Not really, to be honest. But anyway, so first of all, if you're an aggressive trader, we have hit here the naked session path control. Sorry, you have the path control of the coin on the high, have some millions on the top here, millions, and only 2 millions here, 1 million here. What we do, as always, we come and retest the 618 66% here. Just have to go on the 1 minute. I think this is the 1618, the 618 66% here, maybe the 78.6 here, by the way. But what we do also, it's as always, we retest the 618 66% or the 78.6 or the level we was looking for. We have done first of all a week into the naked session path control. As you can see here, we retest at the dollar the naked session path control. So once we have done this and we was looking for a short here, if there are some new short directly coming in next, this is your short to take stop loss on the high. You can of course pull the fib like this, boom, from the bottom to the top, because you never know if you're going to retest a level, the 618 66%, the 78.6, you never know which one you're going to retest. So that's why you have also to pull a fib in real time. At the end, as you can see here, rejected the 618 66%. So if you miss it here, you have also here to open a short. But here, right after we have done this, we have some new shorts here. We have some new shorts, you can see here, right after we have retested clearly the level and the 78.6, we have directly some new shorts coming in without absorption. Why? Because we have a weakness to push up. So we don't care here to get absorption. Okay, so directly have the shorts coming in. So this is a short to take stop loss on the high, and you have a really close invalidation with a big reward, because your stop loss is placed here. This is an invalidation to cancel clearly this retest. Maybe you'll just swing for your pan, you're going to be stop it out. So in that case, if we swing for your pan here, you're just checking if you can re-enter again. As you can see here, these are exactly the data you want. We have a weakness to push high. We do not have really new longs coming in here, So yes, we have a bit before, but on the very top, we do not have real new longs. So we do not really need absorption on these tops, okay? So if you don't have absorption, this is absolutely fine. We just have to wait for the shorts to come in. We have some shorts directly after we hit the level, so we just take a short, stop loss on the high, and we just wait for the move to come clearly, okay? And after that, we have the confirmation, because we have a lot of longs opening on the very top here. You can see we have 2 millions here opening into this candle, with a lot of longs opening here. As you can see, that follow next. That form a high, but a high, a low, high, bearish divergence, confirmed. After that, we don't have a lot of shorts coming next. So that's why that was not really good to trade directly this absorption here, to be honest with you. That was more an aggressive trade you have to take on the very top, clearly on the target we planned, okay? So that's why I like the 1 minute. You can see, because you can really see what is happening on the really smaller time frame. And the smaller time frame, of course, you have to keep in mind the context. You check the 30 minutes, the 15 minutes, then the 5 minutes to really get every single data you can get, okay? To reanalyze this the best way, so you're sure and you're not only on doing some TA or in just reading the order flow on the 30 minutes, for example, because the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes can get sometimes some different data. For example, if in the 30 minutes you're going to expect to get some shorts, just zoom on the 5 minutes and maybe these are longs and not shorts. That's why you also have to check us on the smaller time frame to really see what data was inside these 30 minutes and what really makes sense, okay? So here, of course, you can go on the bigger time frame, just check really quickly, such as the 3 minutes, if we have some new shorts coming in next. But as you can see, all the way down after we have this absorption, clearly we don't have a lot of shorts coming. We have more a decreasing of interest here, so nothing really crazy. Take profit on the VWAP, of course, won't take profit here, maybe below here is possible too. And you just have to ride a move to the downside, clearly. So what we have here, a big weakness to go down, clearly, a really big weakness to go down here. Some new longs coming in next, so this is logic. Okay, we have a weakness to go down while taking a pretty slow. This is, we have to look for a long. Now, do we have a level here to look for a long? I mean, we have a level. Of course, we have a level, because we've not bounced like this without any reason. So we have a level. Now, which one it is, I absolutely don't know. Maybe the path control, maybe some few stuff like this. Boom, boom, boom. What it is? Okay. Nothing crazy. Maybe from here. Possible very area low of this. Yeah, nothing crazy to be honest with you here. Alright, so maybe more a fib in that case. You just have to pull a fib from the top here to the bottom, if I can. Perfect. To the bottom here, you add your best target, 30.2, 50, 61, 66%, 70xx. Okay. Going to remove that one, We have seen how to trade it. So yeah, 38.2 here. Not the best to be honest with you, but this is still a possible target to look at. And maybe, by the way, for example, here, you can maybe count, for example, a wave 1, 2, boom, 3, 4, 5. So what you have to do, you go on the Coinbase price here and you check if you can get some 5 ways down. Here, for example, on Coinbase went higher, so that's why here it would be a bit weird to make a high here, because I mean a wave 1, 2 here, another wave 1, 2 here would be a bit weird. So that's why Coinbase is a bit better for waves. You can see the real top of the wave is here. So here we have a possible wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 or 5. Okay, or double the XYZ to the downside. Why is a retracement here of the possible wave right there? 30.2. Okay. We're going to check, of course, on the other side if this is valid. Wave 1, no, wave 1 here, wave 2. Okay, the wave 2 do not break the wave 1 route on the other side. This is pretty cool. I'm going to go back on the 3 minutes. So 261 point here for the wave 3. This is pretty nice. Do we have a divergence for the wave 3 and 5? Yes. So these are possible 5 ways. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. This is the exact perfect target I was looking. I mean, if he was looking for these 5 ways, this was the exact target he was looking for, because first target, okay, I'm going to play these 5 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay, the first target you will be looking at here will be the 618. Okay, the 618 here, but as you can see, 618, this will do a wave 5 that stopped before the wave 3 top. So this is truncated, and in terms of probabilities, this is less likely. I'm going to just add the wave 5 targets for you so you can see that better. So truncated wave 5, less common. Boom, wave 5 here, 100%. Truncated again. Most common target normally, but this is a truncated wave. Okay, wave 5. So or a double bottom. So in terms of probabilities, this is less likely. What is the next target of the wave 5? Boom, this is the 1618. Okay, so this is how, for example, if you are trading the impulsive Elliott wave or with an Elliott wave clearly, if you find some possible wave count here. I did not check it out because I just woke up at I woke up at 9 a.m. so I was not really checking the wave count, just updating the levels or stuff like this. So I did not really check it out, but you can see there are some valid 5 ways here, valid on the RSI, everything is good. So now what we can look for a possible ABC, I mean, as always, we are talking about the 3 minutes, so this wave can get an invalidation really quick. For example, that was only a WXY, okay, and Z, and what is the Z maximum target? The 1618. And we cannot go in that case with a 261 point here. But the maximum target here, that's why this can be a correction to push higher. But WXYZ are less likely. Now we are on the 3 minutes, everything is possible. Okay, so what can that be if we have 5 ways down? Boom, an A, a B, and a C zigzag. Okay, so in that case we can look for the levels we planned here, the new levels here to look for a long. Okay, all of this clearly we can pull a fib. I mean, the problem is, are we going to do a bigger triple wave here, or are we already inside a B wave? B wave is done and we're already in the C. Only time I have the answer on that one. Okay, except if we maybe have some few stuff, we start possibly getting absorption from the low here to the low here. So now if we have some new longs coming in, this is a confirmation that we have absorption here. But until we do not have any absorption, I mean, we do not have any new longs coming. There is no confirmation that this absorption is valid. By the way, George, daily open. Yes, daily open. I mean, yeah, it was for the wave 5. I mean, for the low here. I mean, yes, this is possible, but I don't like it because it's not on the exact low of the exact low. So it will be more, you know, like a swing 30 pound or something on the previous low here. But yeah, that will be more a swing 30 pound here. Swing 30 pounds, so directly we want to get more new longs coming in. So you have a low, you take the low. Directly, if you take the low, we want to see a big decreasing of interest here, and directly after that some new longs coming in. So exactly what we got here, not on the first candle, but directly here, as you can see, boom, new longs following the move. So this is pretty cool for a possible swing 30 pound. But you really, with this kind of entries, have to be aggressive. And you can see here, and I don't really like to trade this kind of stuff because there is not an exact level here. All of the levels, for example, the 38.2 is a bit higher. There is not an exact level on the rebalance, that's why here that one not really the best. But anyway, so here, yeah, more likely in an ABC zigzag, okay. Or if we are in 5 ways down, for example, here we are still in the Y leg here, okay, in the Y leg here. For example, this was 5 ways. This will be retracement. I'm going to remove that one, by the way. For example, here this was 5 ways. This was a triple wave I was talking about, and these are 5 ways. So if we're in a 5 ways here, this can be also wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make the C wave of the ABC, okay, inside the Y leg. This is also a possibility, okay. So here, in that case, boom, bigger wave 1, okay, bigger wave 2, bigger wave 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move that to gray so you can recognize. Oh, by the way, no, raise gray, boom, perfect. So here, boom, you take your retracement tool from the wave 5, wave 1 root, oops, to the wave 1 top right here, and we have, as always, more chance to retrace between the 50 and the 618 here, what we did. So now wave 2 can be done, and we can look for the wave 3, 4, 5 to the downside. So we're going to do the work for the 5 ways down here, of course. Oops, right there. So you place your extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top to the wave 2 retracement. Are we going to do a bigger triple way inside? Absolutely don't know, only time I have the answer. Okay, let's take the case that we have done the wave 2. If we do the wave 2 after that, of course, we do another push to the upside here. We just have to hire this extension tool, this third click on the wave 2 top. We're going to do simple as that, really. Okay, for now, let's take the case that we have done this here. Wave 3 target 1618, okay, wave 4 retracement 38.2, and wave 5 targets, boom, 100% here. This is the most common Elliott waves, okay, if we have to look for lower, okay, clearly. I mean, if we have to be impulsive, of course, now if we're in a wave A, B, C zigzag to push higher, and this we cannot predict it because these small waves are exactly the same for an ABC zigzag and for an impulsive, okay. Retracement 50% is more likely for a wave 2. Now if we have to push higher, touch the 618, 66%, this can still be a wave 2 or a B wave. And if we push higher, keep pushing higher, this was WXYZ to the downside, but this is really less likely, okay. Now if we do, that was the double XYZ, and we just have to accept it, clearly. Okay, so these are clearly the most common Elliott Wave 5, the most common impulsive Elliott Wave to the downside here. Keep in mind, this is the first target of the wave 3. We have only 2% chance to stop here, so this is really, really low, okay, in terms of probabilities. This is the most common target of the wave 3. The 200% here is a bit more common than the 100% here, but not the best of the best. Then we have, of course, the 261 point here, and then the last one, 423.6. We go and break everything here. This is an extension, and we can look for the small wave count to determine the targets here. Okay, wave 5 targets. You have to place the third clear of the extension tool on the wave 4 top. We're going to do. Okay, first target 618, truncated for now, double bottom, so that's likely. Most common one 100% here. Next target 1618, last target 261 point here. Okay, read all the targets step by step, so you know which one we have to look at if we have to go more down here. Okay, so I think we're good for today, Clay. So now the thing is, yes, we have to look for a long all the way down here. Why? Because it can be also, as I said before, an A, a B, and a C to push higher. So we never know if we're going to do an ABC. ABC, we just don't have any wave 4, 5 next. 1, 2, 0, 5, we have the wave 4 and 5, of course. And we have exactly a small wave count. If in the wave down here we do an ending, it is a C wave. So we have the confirmation, because in a wave 3, we cannot get an ending. We can only get an impulsive. Okay, so to speak here, if we do a wedge to the downside, oh my god, it's a crazy one. For example, here, boom, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. For example, we have a wedge to the downside. This is definitely a C wave, okay? And this is not at all the wave 3 normally. Or that can be, of course, a leading. So in that case, just take the smaller wave count inside the ending, or the leading, okay? Leading have the exact same wave, small wave that an impulsive. An ending have only correction wave, ABC, zigzag inside every single waves, okay? So yeah, I think that we're good for today. So that's why here it depends on ABC or 1205 to the downside here, bigger one. So we have to look for a long here, of course. Most common, I mean, the more likely target in terms of probabilities. This one is really less likely, because this is when you have no session, when every single market is closed. So this is not a big level. This is your support, but not a big level. So you can look for a long, but if you're already long from low, who cares, clearly. Now, if you want to open a bigger, I mean, a safe long, if we can say that, another long from this one, it's maybe better to look for here or for here for this new daily naked path control plus the TPO or the daily level. Now, keep in mind the context, impulsive to the downside, so we should take the pretty slow, or ABC. So that is why if we're in ABC, we'll have to look for these waves. That's why just check the order flow. If, for example, here, oh my god, yes, we have some new shorts coming in. So now we can expect normally with this, as you can see here, with new shorts coming in, to minimum take the pretty slow. If we keep getting some shorts coming in, we can expect to minimum take the slow here, okay? Problem is we have a bit of a weakness here, except of course if we have absorption, because we possibly now have absorption. You can see here we have a low, a higher low, we have a low, a low, a low here on the CVT delta bar. So here we start getting absorption. If after we get the shorts, we get the longs coming in, this confirm absorption, and we can expect to do a bit of a push to the upside here for a wave, another wave 1 to here and dump it, or to take minimum of the price high if we use new longs. Now same than on the low. If we have some new longs but we have absorption, for example here we have a high, we form a lower high here, but here for example we form a high here, we have a bearish divergence confirmed. If next we have again some new shorts coming, until we do not have new shorts coming in, there is no reason to move more down. As you can see here, possibly we're going to get some new longs to confirm this absorption of the lows, okay? But yeah, we really get the reversal normally when we have the shorts coming in, and then when we have some longs coming in, okay? And that confirms the absorption clearly. So these are some levels we have to look for a long for today. You just have to look for the order flow, and yeah, this is what I wanted to say. If we're coming down here with a massive increasing of interest, so to speak here, for example, we are moving down with this kind of increasing of interest, with this, for example, when we are moving to the downside, this is more likely we're going to take this low or the low here. We can expect to get a continuation of the move, and the move is more classed as bearish, except as always if we start getting absorption. By the way, we got absorption from here and here. I did not notice it down, but we got absorption from here and from here. That's pretty cool. For example, if we start getting absorption from the low, we are going to do with the lows here, and we have the demand next coming in. This is more likely we have done an ABC and we're going to push high. Now if we have some new shorts coming in without any absorption, there is no reason to try to look for a long on the levels we planned here. Okay, we just have to look for lower. But as you can see here with a wave count, this wave 5 here will be a swing value pan on the pretty low. That will be a swing value pan, or go to the next levels we planned here. So that's pretty nice. Okay, now be careful, we can be also in the wave 5 to jump from here. So this is not the more likely to jump directly, but everything is possible. We did a nice range already. So if we do, we're going to do some extensions and really look for lower. But in that case, we know that we do not have to take any long, because when we're going to break the price low, we're going to still get some new shorts coming into the market, so to speak. Moving down with still an increasing of interest like this, for example. This is how you can recognize if you have to take some longs, or if you don't have to take some longs, if you have to take some shorts, all the stuff like this. Okay, so I think we're good for today. We have seen a lot of info, and we really have seen covered a lot of stuff today. A lot of informations. Yeah, because for example here that can be, for example, a bigger A, B, C. Why? Simply because we have a possible boom wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 5, boom leading here. So A wave, B retracement with an A, B, C zigzag, and boom, pump it up. Just go again here, take the high, and then dump it next. There are a lot of different possibilities on a smaller time frame. Okay, these are really all the stuff we have to think about. But anyway, ABC all impulsive to the downside. This looks like these are the more likely ones at the moment. So you know that we have to look for a long here in case that's an ABC. If that's an impulsive, we know that if we have some shorts here coming in on the market, absorption, if there is no absorption, we do not look for a long here. Simple as that. Okay, and we can just look for the next target or swing value pan first of all, of course, all the stuff we plan. Okay, so if you have some questions, do not hesitate. That's a real pleasure for me to answer you. By the way, don't forget to smash that like button, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. If you want, by the way, to get more and more course, you can go on the website, go in the plans, look for the apprentice or VIP upgrade. VIP are going to get, for example, here daily exochart update with a short version. I mean, these are daily exochart update normally are for VIPs only. I make them free because I want to teach you clearly everything, because yeah, you do not need necessarily to pay, you know, to get something. And I like to teach people about Elliott Waves and exocharts. So that's why I'm making this free. But you can see here you also have a short version of the update. That is like, yeah, I don't know, for example, 6 minutes here today. Oh, what is this quality, by the way? Oh no, okay. For 6 minutes today, so I really just update everything with a short version, so you don't need, if you already know everything with the order flow, you don't need to look at check the live stream. You have a short version between 5 and 10 minutes every day, okay, except on weekends. Of course, you have also the Sunday VIP live stream, so we just plan the incoming week, so we talk about everything, we plan the week clearly. This range is complex. Yeah, this range is really complex and really, I mean, not really boring, because we're trading this, we know how to trade that, but I mean, yeah, to trade the same price is really boring, to be honest with you. This is really boring, so that would be nice to make a move finally. Hope you're going to make one this week, because yeah, it's pretty boring, to be honest with you, to just trade the same price. I mean, you keep pressing a long here, pressing a short here, you stop it out, you have to re-enter in a long, you have to re-enter in a short. I mean, this is really, you just get started. Fortunately, I'm in a short from the very top here, because this is a top where we do not reject, I mean, we do not retest the this is pretty nice. Of course, by the way, if you want to add some more confidence, you can pull a range like this, maybe. For example, here, as you can see, this have been the exact top right there. We have a deviation here. This have been the exact top here, for example. You have maybe the middle of the range here. Boom, support, bit of sideways on this, resistance here. This is a nice range, by the way. Actually, I'm going to keep that one. You can add some more confidence. For example, here, if you come higher, we spend some time, for example, and we do not do this directly. We spend some time here. We go more down. We reclaim everything. We are maybe going to get this top of the range with all of this resistance we applied here, for example. But anyway, so if you want to get some more content, you have everything on the website. You have to check the plans here. You can also get some beginner schools for free on the website. If you're not yet on the website, you can make an account for free. You have all the information clear you need to restart good your learning. Elliott Wave, if you're a member only on the website, you will get the Elliott Wave course number 1, 2, and 3 part 1 only. All the other stuff is for VIPs and apprentice on the website. Okay. Investor, of course, have all of my long-term analysis with a lot of crypto: AAVE, ADA, Algo, Alice, Atom, AVAX, BNB, Doge, ENG, Flow, GRT, Iota, Mana, and Rose. Mana, we have done a nice 120% move to the upside from the target gave. I mean, this is just pretty insane. This is crazy. And we did some nice 50% and more 80% on a lot of crypto too. So that's just pretty insane. So yeah, if you want to get more details, you have the links right below in the description. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to turn on notifications if you want to get notices for tomorrow, because yes, I'm going to be live every single days until Friday, and after that, boom, I move these updates back for VIPs, of course. Or maybe I'm going to make another free week. I don't know. I will see what I'm going to do. Let me know what do you want. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, to turn on notifications, to go follow the moonshots _ account on Twitter, so you can be aware of everything also with the community. And yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I don't see any questions coming. Break go to 32 and then 27. That would be nice to be honest, to push high here. Sorry, that would be nice to push. I mean, if we're in this WXY, we should push high. Now, how far are we going to go? We can just take the high also. Do not trust the 6.8 here. This is possible too, okay? So that's why we plan all the trades before. Wait, just 2 seconds, please. Still have a bit of a cold. Sorry. But yeah, it would be nice to push higher and then to move the price back down to 20, 27, 20. I mean, yeah, even more down by the way. 20, 24, 23 will be very nice. Wave 4 at 32 and go for wave 5 at 23. Yeah, wave 5 at 23. That would be pretty insane. That would be really nice if we can say that. And I mean, to be honest with you, the 23k looks the more. I mean, 23, 24k looks really the more possible scenario at the moment, to be honest with you. Now we'll see. These are the more, I mean, this for me with the wave counter stuff like this make more, I mean, it make more sense to stop here, but this is just my opinion. This is just my probabilities for me with all the counts, all the stuff like this. I know this makes for me more sense to stop here. Now, these are the highest probability stuff. Are we going to do the less probable stuff and go for a wave 2? Only time will tell us, and we just have to accept that. That's why we plan everything, because we have to be aware of every stuff like this. Yes, swing for plan 31,700. Yeah, I mean that's on Bybit, I think. Yeah, 31,700. Yeah, I mean in the weekly or this will be very nice. Yeah, that would be very cool. It's here, perfect. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Yes, there is a lot of levels, but this is what we have to get clear as a day trader. We have to get a lot of levels to be aware of everything, to ride a move like to ride the market like you never did, clear. Because this is just, I mean, these levels clear on exocharts, we are really running this market thanks to these levels. This is just pretty insane. These TPO naked sessions, monthly, weekly, daily naked path controls, and the order flow. More of this, you have all of the levels planned, the strongest levels on the market, and more of this. With this, you know if you have to, you can determine if you have to take some trades or not. This is absolutely insane. By the way, I'm going to remove these levels here. Perfect, and we are good for today. So I'm going to remove, by the way, for now. That will be around the daily naked path control. I'm going to hide this. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. As always, sorry, oh my god, if you have some questions, don't hesitate. You have also the Discord server that you can join. You have to ask me some questions in the general chat or Bitcoin chat or the crypto chat, depending on which channel you want to talk about, and you want to I'm tired after 1 hour and almost 2 hours. Which channel you want to I mean, which topic you want to talk with me. So if you want to join this Discord server, you can absolutely. You have, of course, some continuations of the daily updates with what we plan, the daily updates, and you have, of course, you're aware of when there is a new video, my predictions, all stuff like this. You can share your TA if you want with all the members, everything. So yeah, if you want to join this Discord server, you can absolutely. If you want to go on the website, check this out, create a free account if you want to see a bit what is on the website. If you want now to upgrade, you can absolutely too. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can absolutely. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That is extremely important. Let's bring this to 400 for now, and then 500, all the stuff like this. Okay. Anyway, I wish you all a brilliant day. As always, if you have some questions, don't forget there is a Discord server. And nice video. A good day to you. Thank you, mates. I wish you all a brilliant day. That is extremely important. Take care of you, and see you tomorrow at 10 AM UTC +2, as always, France time, for the next one. We're going to see how it plays out. I'm really excited to take some trades today. Absolutely love trading. This is my passion. So yeah, just waiting for some trades to come. Anyway, have a brilliant day. Take care, and see you tomorrow for the next one, 10 a.m. GMT UTC +2. Cheers.